Hi, my name is Bob Stewart, Chief Deputy Register of Wills in Philadelphia. I'm here to share some information about Real ID and marriage records that you can obtain from our office. Most people have heard about Real ID, a new type of ID that will replace your driver's license or your state-issued ID card. After May 7th, you'll need Real ID to board commercial flights and access some government buildings. At the Register of Wills, we've seen a sharp increase in activity for people who need marriage certificates for Real ID. Today I'm with Amy Inama from PennDOT and Shamira Gizendaner from our Marriage Records Office. Amy is joining us on Zoom. We've heard a lot about Real ID lately. What is it and what are the relevant dates?
So Real ID is a federally acceptable driver's license or photo ID. That's a convenient way for people to fly domestically, enter certain federal buildings that require a federally acceptable ID, or military bases. The federal government set May 7th as the enforcement date for Real ID. In Pennsylvania, Real ID is optional, which means that Pennsylvanians can choose whether or not they want to get a Real ID. If they don't have a Real ID, they need to have another form of alternative form of identification, such as a valid passport.
Could you explain what types of buildings and what types of flights we're talking about?
Sure. So it's just for domestic flights. So if someone wants to fly domestically on May 7th or after May 7th, they would need a Real ID. For international flights, they would still need their passport.
We've heard that some PennDOT centers have long lines of people waiting for Real ID. Can people still get it after May 7th?
Yes, we will continue to offer and process Real IDs leading up to May 7th, and after May 7th, Real IDs will be part of our regular business transactions. So if people don't get a Real ID by May 7th, they have plenty of time to get one afterwards as well.
What documents will you need to get Real ID?
So there are several documents people will need to bring with them to get a Real ID. First, they need to show proof of identity, and the documents for that would be either a birth certificate, their original or a certified copy, or a valid passport. They would also need to show proof of social security number, and that's in the form of a social security card or something like a W-2. They would also need to show two proofs of current Pennsylvania residency, and that could be their driver's license or a vehicle registration or utility bill. They would also need to show proof of legal name change if applicable. And a complete list of our documents that are required are on our website. So we really encourage people to check out our website to see what documents are needed.
Please explain why a marriage record would be important for people to get Real ID.
When they say I was born a name, it was my name that I was given at birth, and then I got married, then I would need to bring my marriage certificate in from the appropriate government entity that issued it if my proof of identity does not match my current legal name.
Register of Wills, we've learned that PennDOT is not accepting certain types of marriage certificates, particularly the original marriage certificate, which is what the couples received when they first got married. Can you tell us what type of marriage record is required?
Well, when someone gets married, they have to go to either the Register of Wills or the Orphans Court. And when they go there, they have to get an official government issued marriage certificate, which that then must be presented to PennDOT as your legal name change.
And once you have all the documents, can you tell us how long it takes to get a Real ID? Like how much it would cost, how long it will take? Do they have to go to PennDOT in person? Can they do it by mail, that type of thing?
A Real ID is a one-time fee of $30 plus any renewal fees. People could come to any driver's license centers and bring their documents. They have to come in person, bring their documents, get verified, imaged, and the documents will be reviewed. And then if they don't go to a same-day Real ID center, they will get their product mailed to them within 15 business days. If they do go to one of our same-day Real ID centers, they can leave that center with a Real ID product.
Thank you, Amy. Now that we know what Real ID is, let's talk about how the Register of Wills can help you get your marriage certificate. If you were married in Philadelphia, you can get your marriage record from the Philadelphia Register of Wills. If you're married in a different county, you're going to want to call your county's Register of Wills. We're now joined by Shamira from our Marriage Records Department, who will explain to us how to get a marriage record. Hi, Shamira. What kind of records are available from the Register of Wills office, and which one is needed for Real ID?
Good morning, Bob. So in the Marriage Records Department, we offer two kinds of records: certified copy for domestic use and exemplified copy for international use. For the Real ID, you just need a certified copy. You can either come in person, get a marriage record the same day, or you can send us a request by mail. You can get that form from the website phila.gov/wills.
Thanks. Can you tell us how much it costs?
So to get a certified copy in person, it's $70 debit or credit. To send your request by mail, it costs $40 total. 2 money orders, one for $15 and one for $25. No personal checks.
With the May 7th deadline coming up, we're hearing about a lot of long lines at PennDOT. What are the lines like upstairs at Marriage Records?
So if you come in person, you can wait from anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes, depending on the day. If you do it by mail, it takes about 3 to 4 weeks.
That all seems pretty easy. Could you explain where our office is and what our hours are?
Yeah. So we're in City Hall, room 415. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You want to be here a little earlier if you have an older record, just to make sure that you can be serviced that day.
And of course, they can do it by mail at the website to get the form. What is the website again?
Website is phila.gov/wills.
Thanks for joining us, Shamira, and thank you, Amy from PennDOT. On behalf of Register of Wills John Sabatina, wish everyone a great day.